Hi there, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome all to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph, I'm the host of this show. So, we're doing an episode of this week, do it every week. Try to get it out by noon if I can, or somewhere between noon and 2, depending on how busy I am. And basically, this is just a show that discusses what's coming up on the channel for the week. So, out of the gate, we've had two already this morning. We had the series for the month of November, which finished off. I hope you guys enjoyed the series. If you haven't had a chance to see it, you can go back and watch it now. Also started a new show this morning as well called Purposeful Lyrics, and it was based on the song Powderfinger from Neil Young. So if you want to watch that, you can go back and watch that as well. So those are my first two. Yeah, it's off of this album, Chrome Dreams, Neil Young, an album released a couple of years ago, but actually from 1976. Really good. Next up is the episode we're doing now, which is called This Week. It comes out at noon every week, or at least within that time frame. And this is episode number 173. Next up is Into the Prog Verse, which will be tonight. So what I'm going to be doing, I'll set that up probably when I get back from going downtown. I will set that up. It'll be the 5 albums from legacy bands. I've picked out 5 albums from what I call legacy bands. Legacy prog bands, obviously. And just we're going to talk about those 5 albums. And that will come Sunday at 8 o'clock. Next up is Look Back at a Classic Rock Album. It will feature this album this week, Marillion's Script for a Jester's Tear. This was my entry point for Marillion. And for decades, I didn't follow any other music, mostly any other music. Had a couple songs in there from them as well. But this one definitely got a lot of airplay with me in its time period. So we'll be doing that this week on Look Back at a Classic Rock Album, Monday at 8 o'clock. On Wednesday, favorites, we are going to do a list that I made up a few months ago that I decided I'm going to include this week, which is 25 worst albums by my 25 favorite bands. So I'm going to list all 25 of my favorite bands, and I'm going to talk about the worst album from each of them. And there'll be no particular order. They'll be probably in the order that I like these bands. So that will be favorites episode this week, Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Next up is ranking the songs off an album. And we're going to do this album this week. John Evangelis' The Friends of Mr. Cairo. This was a very good album. I've owned this in vinyl. I've now owned it in CD. I like it a lot. When I originally got it back in the early 80s, I loved it and played it a lot. And so I decided this week I'm going to rank the songs off of it. This possibly could be the final episode for this slot for this show. I have another idea that I want to explore. I may start it in the new year, or I may start it the week after. I haven't decided yet. So that's ranking the songs off an album, John Evangelis, The Friends of Mr. Cairo, Thursday at 8. Next is Who Did It Better? This is a show that we do every week in which Ben, my subscriber friend, picks a song and a couple of groups. And then I listen to the 2 versions and tell you which one is better. This week we'll be doing Guns N' Roses and Bob Dylan, 2 artists that you will not likely ever see on my channel other than a situation like this. But anyways, we'll be talking about them this week on Who Did It Better, Friday at 8 o'clock. Next up is What's New, Saturday at 8 o'clock, The One Lighter Than Air. That's the name of the band. The band is called The One. The album is called Lighter Than Air. That's what we're doing for What's New this week at Saturday at 8 o'clock. The other show, which will come out in the afternoon today, is going to be my new albums purchased. I've got a fairly lengthy stack right now, about 14 but I am headed downtown today, so more than likely that will grow. I can't imagine that it won't, but it will grow by several albums at any rate, and we will do that for this afternoon at 4 o'clock. So hope to see you all then. Next up is the series for the month of December, which will be my 31 favorite psychedelic bands. I've got a huge list here. I'm trying to break it down. So we will do this in reverse order of how I like them. So they'll go from worst to first, or in this case, 31st to first, starting out with the number 31 tomorrow. So anyways, I hope to see you all for that series as well, for the month of December. And then the last episode, or the last thing we're going to talk about this week, is the mini-series, which I have a bunch of mini-series lined up. I'm just trying to put them all together. Probably will start those next week. This other mini-series is a kind of a one-off. It's going to feature Supertramp. It's called The Logical Songs. It'll be 5 episodes in which I will be talking about 5 different Supertramp albums, and I'll have a list of criteria for each of them when we get to that. So hopefully you'll enjoy that series, and I'm hoping to get it started by Wednesday and do Wednesday through to Sunday this week. So anyways, I hope to see you for that as well. Thank you for coming in today and listening to This Week here on the Prog Monster. We will see you throughout the week for various shows. Please hit the like and subscribe. If you want to make any comments in the comment section below, be my guest. I try to answer everything, even if some of them seem ridiculous or some of them seem impossible for me to answer. Anyways, take care and have yourself a good day and a good evening and good night and goodbye from the Prog Monster.